180 million years ago, Africa pulled apart from North America. And for the next 100 million years, Africa peeled from South America and finally released from South America about 80 million years ago. This released Africa to spread and pull downward. Spreading from the North Pole, Asia and Europe buckled downward in between ice ages, but the center held, buckling into mountains. Gigantic Africa, released now to spread downward, pulled Europe to bend downward, and then the real hardcore tearing and stretching began. Tearing and stretching which gave us, today, the Mediterranean Sea. But because of the landmass we now call Saudi Arabia, Africa's trip downward would not be easy. Saudi Arabia acted as a pivot, pulling and stretching the land to the left before it could pull downward. This pulled open the Aral Sea, the Caspian Sea, the gigantic Black Sea, and then, in a clear progression, and at the same time, the Mediterranean opened. Just a small point that I thought might interest you. These bodies of water all have a similar shape because of the way they were pulled apart. The Mediterranean is pulled at the center, a bit to the right. Then this happens. Two lobes are ripped open on either side. Because the Black Sea sits above these mountains, the direction of the tear goes upward or downward, again like the Mediterranean, and then the two sides also tear into lobes. Then we go to the Caspian Sea, which tears to the left. Here again is the center tear and the two lobes. But now we come to the Aral Sea, which doesn't seem to follow the same pattern. I spent months contemplating this unsupportive body of water. I figured 3 out of 4 isn't bad. Then I looked at other maps and found this, which uses actual photographs of the Earth. See that shape, that's lower tectonic plate? If the water was deeper, this land would be filled with water. This shape is almost exactly the same as the Caspian Sea area, spread at the middle and two lobes of spread. Because of this pivoting of Saudi Arabia, two additional bodies of water openings appeared. To the left, the famous Red Sea. To the right, the Persian Gulf opened. In fact, 10,000 years ago, the Persian Gulf had no seawater, and a glorious and powerful civilization flourished there until the Great Flood filled the Gulf as a result of the melting ice and the end of the last ice age, as well as Africa's continued downpulling. That civilization, in our history books, was called Sumer. When peace is achieved in the Middle East, science will explore the Persian Gulf and find the true cradle of civilization, and the origin, I believe, of all the flood legends of the Middle East. This area on the Aegean is most interesting. As the stretching and pulling forces in each body of water stretched open, this land area between the Black Sea and the Mediterranean burst open in slow motion as Africa pulled down. It's like watching an explosion in slow motion. This process is still going on. That's why there is so much recurring volcanic activity in this area.